So let's bang out another adventure here in the Nexus. I'm a little bit apprehensive about touching stuff after what happened in the laboratory. Up here, do you think? Is that a gaping... oh, a gaping eye socket of a skull. That looks inviting. Let's go in there.
Let's move.
Our first loot? Demon blood. Woo woo. A succubus and roofied. Though it seems incredible, the deformed succubus's body still contains a flicker of life. As you approach, she opens her eyes, her lips, pressed with the blood, release a groan. You, Baphomet spawn, run. Run through your portal. You too, Nahyndrian. You think you're strong, but Our Lady of Shadow is stronger. She'll get her revenge anyway. Major blood loss. The puncture wounds are deep, and blood is filling her body cavities, Commander. I have some means to ease her pain. It's too late to try and save her. We can spare her suffering. Who did this to you? Alushinyrra. I've been following them. Wanted to warn Our Lady. Curses on Baphomet and his spawn. Where did they go? Through the portal. Are you chasing them? Find them. I'll get my revenge even after I die. My key, I've hidden it in a lesser shaft, not the one to the bones, and another one in the bigger shaft among the old tools. Find them, follow the trail to the portal. What are they doing here? Crystals! They've been mining crystals. They said it's to attack Crusaders, but I believe they want to attack the realm of Our Lady in Shadow. Our enemies fight each other in the Abyss instead of attacking Galorion. They're joint forces, as expected, but it's still nice to hear. Set her free, Sociel. Small bottle in his hands, he gives the succubus a small drop from it. Her eyes immediately close, and her breathing slows and finally ceases. I wasn't sure if it would work. Demon bodies are built differently from those of humans, but it seems it did the job. She didn't suffer. I could have just started hacking at her, but it didn't seem very chivalrous. Ooh, +4, eh? Elven notes down here, really? Key to the Nexus portals. Mine shaft descends from incredible depth, and there are depleted veins and empty ducts as far as the eye can see.
Follow me.
Do your thing, Lan. Oh. I guess it's not a skill check. Oh, nice pull. Crystallized demonic rage. Sounds awesome. A midden of enormous bones that likely came from giants. Here there must be slave color. Glint in the dust. Half-eaten, rotten remains of giant are missing an arm. This one was probably mutilated while he was still alive. Deep grooves that are left by a giant hand furiously scratching at the stone.
March on.
Giant's bones looked like they were gnawed on. It's gouged. Humble and traces of glowing purplish and scenes of places. What are we looking for here? Hand of the Inheritor must be told about this. Key to the Nexus portals. Oh boy. Fight a magical creature. Boots of Stampede. They rank an athletic skill to the bonus to damage roll. Charge attack. Durden and Regal are the only ones who have charge attacks. What's his athletic skill, I wonder? It's probably decent. It's quite a view, isn't it? Extra, extra, read all about it. Champion. Getting a mission. I have reasons to believe that the Nahyndrian crystals were mined right here in the mines. So the source of our troubles, these powerful crystals can be mined from the soil of the abyss as if they were just ordinary minerals. I was convinced that the secret of their origin must be more complicated and nefarious, but this new knowledge terrifies me. There are half a dozen mines in the vicinity. Those mines are huge. The largest was abandoned just recently, it seems. How many crystals did the demons manage to mine? How many monsters with mythic powers did they manage to create? We must find out. The name of the person who was in charge of the mines? Hepzibah. Hepzibah herself. I know her. She is an old and dangerous adversary, in the film, the spawn of Baphomet himself. Yes, now I see it. The path we have stepped onto is dangerous, but it is the right one. The demons you have encountered before, even Derazand, were just officers in the Abyssal Army, whereas Hepzibah is a true princess of the spawn of chaos and evil. I'm not surprised that she is behind the secret of these cursed crystals, and I dread to think what she is capable of doing with them. Succubus told me about the conflict between Nocticula and Baphomet's servants. I am not at all surprised. The alliances between demon lords are usually fragile, and they break like a spider's web in the wind. However, the discord between our enemies can work to our advantage, no matter how repellent it is for me to even countenance. I must learn more about what is going on. Get a key to the portal that the demons who mine the crystals apparently used to leave the place. Let me take a look at it. I think I know how this key works. As soon as you finish exploring the mines, I shall open the portal. I'll use my powers. Alas, that is unlikely to work. The power portals are unlike the seal in Dresden. They cannot simply be swept away. If you use that method, you will either destroy them for good, or open the path, but not to the place where the portal initially led, and where our quarry fled. well so far. Alright, I guess there's nothing else for me to do here, so let's have it. Learned everything I wanted to know. It's time to open up the port. Let us begin the pursuit at once. The world begins to glow brightly. The hand of the inheritor gestures forward, just into a fist. Onward! Where this road may lead us. Heaven above, just look at that. I see the pattern of sky-piercing spires and steep domes set against the midnight sky. This is Alushinyrra, the damned city of Nahyndrian. That's where our enemies were heading. What could this mean? It means we'll be looking for a particular clutch of demons among thousands of their kind. Alushinyrra is a real demonic metropolis. It's huge and macabre. It is a little safer, rather a little less dangerous, than the other corners of the abyss. Lady Nahyndrian loves having visitors, including those from other planes, and she does not like it if her guests are dying every day in her city. But if it happens quietly and without too much attention, the Black Heart won't skip a beat. Must be twice, even thrice as careful in this nest of sin. Well, we have to move onward together. I do think it would be necessary. An outpost in the abyss, and will be best if we build it right here. Far from larger demonic settlements, close to an active portal that will allow us to turn here at any time. All of your commanders are currently unoccupied. You should take care of guarding and setting up the camp. I just want to see what this thing back here was. I thought that was going to be the portal we were going to use. Stones of the Arch. Amid a revolting, high-pitched shriek in response to these vibrations, the particles of ash and grit under your feet float upward. They gather together and violently twist themselves into a whirlwind, at the heart of which an ember flame ignites. The fire becomes brighter until you see a strange city inside the flames, featuring aerial spires, staircases that lead into the void, and streets entangled in a way that contradicts any logic or common sense. See buildings that seem to be caught in an endless loop of crumbling and rebirth from ruin, islands that float in the ether, and alleyways that disappear and reappear again in different location a few moments later. The city is reminiscent of a grimacing clown, one that makes mocking faces and changes its expression every second. Here and there you see other glints of flashing across the city streets. After you look closer, you realize that lights radiate from the other arches, similar to the ones before you. The gold coin Baphomet's mark, which you found on Darazan's body, reacts to the revolting sound by vibrating. The coin appears to be an enchanted item said to resonate magically with the arch, possibly serving as a tool of some sort. Can I check? You notice that the entire city appears to be littered with an intricate network of portals, with arches serving as artifacts, allowing you access to the alien network. Interacting with arches seems to require formulating a clear request from your mind, at which point the magic will be transferred to you, will transfer you and to another portal along the network. Determining the arch's origin. The stones are cut in quite a rough manner, while the magical symbols appear to be drawn without too much diligence. It's quite unlikely the architect of such an intricate network would have demonstrated such a lack of finesse. By all appearances, this arch is handmade, somehow connected to a web of portals and illicitly used for personal gain. I don't understand why you can't move to the other arches. You fail to figure out how all these intertwined spells operate, but your common sense helps with the mystery. You intuit those who built this thing were unlikely to want everyone to use it to back and forth wherever they pleased. Even the abyss must have places that are off limits to lesser creatures. Perhaps the arches are sealed with some sort of lock. Where there are locks, there must be keys. By its architecture, chaotic conglomerations of houses in the middle of streets, by the large number of islands that hover in random directions, we see some sort of demonic city. Duh. Put a pin in it. It was a 32 and I rolled a 31 for that check. Test. There's Alex him first. Let's go. Let me tell you something, champion. We're going to Alushinyrra, the city of cunning and seduction. As sad as I am to admit it, we are unlikely to find our enemies and the Nahyndrian crystals they took without the aid of the denizens of this hideous place. If Alushinyrra has something to do with this, we'll need another demon that matches her powers. We will need to find a way to make contact with one of the city's rulers. On that point, we now know that there is a conflict between Nocticula and Baphomet. I will not be welcome in the dark place, but I have prepared for this. I will cast a spell on myself so as not a single denizen of this plane whose soul is devoted to evil will be able to see or hear me, invisible. I will follow you and protect you from all dangers and temptations of this place as best I can. The demons will be unaware of my presence. Now let us go by the light and the sword. Lovely.
It went splendidly.
Judging by the surroundings, these are the slums of Alushinyrra, Nocticula's capital city, the abode of beggars and vagabonds. It is impossible to descend any further except into the waters of the ocean itself, where the bodies of the unfortunate are dumped. Look, another mortal! You can't swing a dead cat without hitting one of Alushinyrra's guests nowadays. Crystal ball, who's the fairest of them all? Never deal with that crazy bitch Felixia. She gets bored, she starts doing horrible things. Things you see in Alushinyrra. Pamphlet by Berserker Whimsicare. I'll tell you what, if you guys want to read this, I'll just put it on the screen here. Harem, Octavius Palace, Pelvis, Loader, Dindum, and so on. The Bad Luck Tavern?
The mongrel did it. Let us be off.
That tavern is probably the place to go, honestly. Like Mos Eisley, I bet.
Let's move. Can't hide from me.
Good ring. Actually got a nice ring, didn't we? You have no any screening. Any fucking screening. Apple's new screening. Thought I did. I was probably looking at something else. Okay, so this is their fast travel system. Nice. Okay, sweet one. A ledger. Why would I need a ledger? Inky. A wrinkled demon with the broken fangs and missing eyes stands before you. The eye socket is occupied by a large, squirming, multi-legged insect. It seems not to cause the demon any discomfort. Greets you with venom in his tone. Welcome to the bad luck. I'm Burgaz, the innkeeper. Our establishment upholds a high standard of service, and that it's better to eat and drink here instead of a ditch. Sleep here at your own risk. Drown the rest of your life in cheap swill. Purchase the goods of highest quality and dubious origin. Accept payment in gold and slaves. I could give you Nenio. On the latest rumors. No problem, have a drink. We'll talk 500 gold with pocket change. What do you want to know? Folks from Galorion here? Quite a few, but most of them wear special accessories. They're slaves, is what I mean. Or meat sometimes. You get some free ones from time to time. Scum. As a rule, the only type who can survive among demons. You humans can survive anywhere, even in the cauldron of madness that is Alushinyrra. Just like cockroaches, eh? This quarter. I imagine Alushinyrra as this bottle. The lower city is the bottom. Yeah, it was coated with foul-looking scum and dead insect with fanged mouths. It's stuck to it. A cesspit. If someone or something needs to be eliminated, they send it to the lower city. They say the arena is the heart of the quarter, but that's nonsense. The whole quarter is one massive arena. Everyone here is a murderer, thief, and a scumbag. The bloodshed never ceases, and the denizens of Alushinyrra watch it with delight and wager on who will emerge from this lake of blood. You may think of the slums as useless appendage, but they are the main source of entertainment for the city. The other quarters. Middle City is all about trade. 10,000 delights offer sex, the flesh markets deal in slaves and weapons, and mercenaries and assassins sell death of enemies. The most successful business person of all is Chimera, the harem of ardent dreams. Her merchandise is not Tickle's favor, the favor of the powers that be. The upper city is for those who already have everything and have no use for trade. Imagine if you were a creature of divine power that could live in complete comfort, free of almost all limits. Us kind who live in the upper city, you'd be wise to stay away from them. In lower city, they'll just kill you and defile your corpse. Upper city, they'll pull your soul through your nostrils with a red-hot needle, cook it in a stew, and then force you to eat it, wash it down with a cocktail made from your eyes and marrow. But I'm so tasty. Alright. One last thing, mortal. You must have noticed that Alushinyrra was not built for your kind. It would be easy for you to get lost in our streets and die an inglorious death if you don't know how to fly or teleport. Why should I want you to die while you're still drinking? Take this. If you lose your way, take it to any arch and it will transport you here. Meticulous idea to a guest from other planes such as yourself. What do you sell? Opens a chest, all sorts of things. Weapons, bloody clothing, items from different worlds. Here you are. I've got gold ready. I offer credit. By the way, I have something unique I can offer only to you. A Nahyndrian crystal. It's incredible power. Oh, it's fake. Be fake. Be the rest of the way. Only way to find out, eh? Demon Slayer soup? 50 grand for a Nahyndrian crystal. I got junk to sell, don't I? Magical acorn. Oh, neat.
Yet another obstacle.
Yeah!
Intoxicated demons, eh?
Forwards! You've crossed the wrong mongrel. Retreat is not an option.
That'd be a lesson to the rest of you. Deadeye? Ouch, alright guys, that's enough. I get it. It won't happen again. Ah, just not my eyes, not my eyes. Move your hand, scum, or we'll break the other one too. I said move it. The demons laughing with glee, kicking a skinny Babel up on the ground. Not your eyes, fine then. Your belly, have some of this. What are you doing? You're hurting him. Amber dashes toward the demon laid on the ground, shielding from blows. Stop! Why are you doing this to him? Huh? Who's that? I'm just a mortal, weak and silly compared to you. I'm a mayfly. One moment I'm here, the next I'm gone. But you better listen to what I tell you, because I've lived more than you have. I'll see how this plays out. So with all this riddles, You mean you've lived more than us? It's very simple. I haven't lived very long, but I have friends. Those I can protect. Those who are glad to see me. There are many sad things, but I still know what happiness is. But you? Beating, biting, fearing, hating each other? Are you really happy? And if you aren't, is this any kind of life? So yeah, I've lived a lot, but you've spent centuries and centuries without really living. Ah, this mortal brat, this lump of meat is going to preach to us. You know what makes me happy? Gobbling down tasty pieces of meat like you. Some sincerely reaches out and strokes horned head with her burnt paw. Poor thing, you were so hurt and scared all the time. You feel a bit better for a while when you torture others and forget about your suffering. But is that really happiness? The demon recoils from her touch, a combination of surprise and terror in his fearsome face. Are you crazy or something? The demons stand around Ember, their faces show caution or rapacious interest. It's clear that they are slightly afraid of the strange girl, shows no fear. At the same time, they see no obvious threat. I warn you, this girl is under my protection. If anyone so much as touches her, they won't be leaving them here in one piece. No one's gonna touch her. What would we want with a little run like that? Come now, little one. Keep telling your lies. What were you saying? Love, friendship, that sort of drivel? She's a witch. Probably wants to sell us or something. Some magic potions or herbs. Come on, show us. What do you have? What? No, I'm not selling anything. I just wanted to tell you how much you're missing. I mean, you're freer than anyone in the world, but you use this freedom to make life miserable for yourself and everyone else. Just think how much happier you could be. She was preaching, the demons listen, occasionally interrupting with laughter and obscene jokes. Finally, they grow bored and walk away. They left. Do you think they understood anything? These are humans. Demons are evil by nature. Words can't change that. Sometimes demons do repent and angels do follow their natures, not all powerful. You know, I was thinking, I tried sending prayers to the demon lords and tried talking to demons in the street, but one of the demon lords lives right here in the city, Nocticula, right? If I tried to talk to her, not through prayer, but in person. Going to meet her sooner or later, aren't you? Please take me with you. I'm sure if we meet face to face, like you and I are talking right now, I'll be able to convince her to stop being so mean. You'll take me to her, promise?
I am truly sorry.
Shame, so soon. This demon looks frail and sickly, especially in comparison to the mighty entourage that surrounds him. His voice sounds dull and tired, but his demeanor is calm and self-assured. He clearly believes himself to be in full control of the situation. A mortal with mythic abilities, how fortunate you have come, made your way to the abyss. Moreover, you have come to Alushinyrra, which makes things even more convenient for me. Yes, what a stroke of luck. You see, I need you to be my test subject. And who are you? Remain silent for a moment. Hesitant to reveal his name or simply enjoys prolonging suspense. I am Mustafason. Mustafa Fen. I am at present Epizamira's most trusted alchemist. I am on an urgent mission for her. Perhaps you can even guess what it is. Xanther Vang was working on something similar in your world wound. Of course, it was a mistake to entrust such work to someone who wasn't a demon. He did not fully appreciate the honor that had been given. No wonder his enhanced demons couldn't protect him. But it does not matter. I'm superior to him in all respects. I keep better pets. Greetings, fellow scientists. May I ask, what is your specialty? What experiments do you undertake at work and in your spare time? Would you like to conduct a joint experiment with me? Piss off. Are you going to attack me? Yes. Let's get started, shall we? Servants! I don't have to take this specimen live, I just need the bug. Your arrogance blinds you, demon. Do you think it will be easy for you to escape if things do not go your way? I thought demons were smarter and stronger in the abyss. That is certainly not the case with this demon. They say gods cannot hear our prayers here in the abyss, but perhaps they will hear your frightened squeals, demon. What is that I hear? A friendly voice in the abyss? What good fortune. More vivisection material? Excellent.
We won't fall here. I swear it. Begone, fiend!
You won't survive me.
Surrender or else!
Fall! Endure this! Did you see that? Did we find trouble? No, they did.
Too late for apologies.
Why can't I teleport? He says.
There is not much Iomede's servants could do that would surprise me, but I did not expect to see you in the abyss. What should I do with such a sudden gift? Deal with you on the spot? Or let you thrash around in agony? Oh, I know what I'll choose.
Berenger, not too casual. Stately garbed warrior, stranger soldiers proudly and tightens a grip on her weapons. Barely recognize Yaniel as a woman you rescued from captivity.
Light shines brightest in the darkness, monster.
Sure
You
do.
will be defeated in the abyss, just as you were once defeated on Galarian.
What? What kind of creature are you? An angel? But you have the flesh of the abyss.
Do you not remember me, monster? I am Targana, the Silver. I thank heaven for our meeting, for I will soon behold the death of the one who robbed me of my brother, Lariel.
Now I'll understand. How hot the fire of your rage must be burning, Angel. One day you will learn that such fire can scorch you too.
Who's Eliandra? What have you done with Eliandra, Echo? I'm sure you can't wait to gloat.
I will say only one thing. My victim is still alive. But so much time has passed. I'll allow you to imagine the rest.
This is terrible news, but there is still some hope. If we can track down our enemy, we can discover where he is keeping his prisoner.
That's
I
the
have no
monsters.
desire to fight you, mortal. If the abyss doesn't finish you off quickly enough, I might hurry things along, but not yet.
Our enemy is gone. However, the spell he cast gave me some insight into his movements. He retreated to a nearby portal and used it to teleport somewhere. I could not determine the precise location of the portal. I'm sure we can find it, and when we do, we can discover where the Echo is hiding. It was cunning, it would be difficult to catch him off guard. How did you get here, Targona? Oh yes, my radiant sister, my heart is gladdened by your presence, but I am also surprised to see you. How did you find us here? Why did you decide to come? You avoided me when I was in prison. Long story. I would prefer not to speak openly about it here. It would be better to have this conversation in a safe place, if such a thing even exists in the Abyss. But to put it briefly, I heard that you, Durden, were sent to the Abyss on a special mission. And suddenly, it was as if I were awakening from a dream. I had been so preoccupied with my own grief that I had forgotten what was important. Our enemies are not yet defeated, and there are many who still fight bravely on the front lines of the war. In that moment, I decided that I would do whatever it takes to find you in the Abyss. Greetings, Durden. Do you remember snatching old Yanyo from the clutches of that damned Minago? Well, the day in Dresden was enough for me to realize that I couldn't just leave. I'm not meant to live out the rest of my life in peace and safety. We all may fall, but once a paladin, always a paladin. I was lucky enough to meet Targona and begged her to take me with her into the Abyss. I want to repay the debt I owe you. Berenger says, Commander, you tore me away from my hermit life and convinced me to rejoin the Crusader army. Then you decided to go to the Abyss and leave us all behind. I thought it was rather rude, so I followed you here. Perhaps my special warden powers, or whatever Targona calls them, will come in handy while we are in the Abyss. If not, I always have my sword. It was not hard to travel into the Abyss. However, it was difficult to find you. Our prayers are not heard in this cursed place, and everything here is hostile to my power. But it was our enemy who helped me, albeit unknowingly. I was able to follow the Echo's trail, and it led me here. And did the Inheritor say you tracked the Echo? I did what I could. He was unable to utilize the traditional method of demon transportation. The power of the Holy Wardens is almost identical to the power of the Wardstones, so the Echo could not teleport away. It was as if he was close to a real Wardstone. However, he still managed to elude my gaze. There is every indication that a portal is located nearby, and the power of the Wardens does not affect such magical structures. Unfortunately, I do not know the exact location of this portal, so we'll need to discuss how we can find it. There's a place here that is known as the Nexus. It is where the Rift of the Midnight Fane leads to a collection of portals. We can meet there and discuss everything. It was a wise decision. Let us convene a council. We'll discuss what our enemy is planning and how we can find his lair. Hello, sir. There's a shipment of slaves from the flesh markets. Half of them are defective, crooked, limping, and half dead. Cast illusions on them before selling them at the market. If I see that bastard again, I'll rip his liver with my bare hands. Crossbow +4. Scimitar +4. Chain shirt +4. Noble exterior +2. Unnatural armor +4. Weapon +3. Contagious shroud. Whenever the wearer of this cloak is attacked in melee, the attacker must pass a fortitude saving throw, become sickened, and vulnerable to acid for 4 rounds. This effect only occurs once per attacker during a combat. Neat. This mortal will fetch a good price at flesh markets. It's buy note, take it for the slave traded before he makes a fuss. I know you're not talking about me.
We will be victorious.
Yes, this is heavily armed individual.
We won't falter. kneel before me. Gone. That's how you hit them. Strike with all your might!
We are wiping the floor with these dudes.
We can do it!
That must have hurt.
Make every strike count.
Let's move!
Did I leave this on easy mode or something? No! Because I'm just OP. That was 2? Please. Okay. Sudden searing pain forces you to your knees. For a moment you feel as though you're in a frying pan. Your skin is on fire and the agony is unbearable. The world goes dim around you and you find yourself unable to breathe. As you fade in and out of consciousness, you're the angel Targona, screaming in pain somewhere nearby. Then the pain stops. The inheritor is standing over you, his hands glow with healing light. My righteous comrades, what happened? I felt no evil spell, but both of you suddenly screamed in agony. I don't know. I suddenly felt like I was burning. I was bound, hand and foot, unable to defend myself, and I was burning. Wait, don't heal me yet, and the inheritor. I need answers. I want to study these invisible burns. Could it have been a curse, a spell? I don't sense anything. I still don't. We're in the abyss. Many things are possible here. It doesn't happen again. Well, if it does, perhaps we can better understand the nature of your affliction. However, there's much to discuss. At this point, the matter of this mysterious element aside for now. How do we find the Echo of Discari? Our mission is to eliminate the threat of the Nahyndrian crystals. That should remain our priority, but we cannot ignore the Echo. Our insidious enemy knows that you're in the Abyss, champion, and it is clear that if he plans to kill you. Moreover, there is still the matter of the hostage that he took from Flur's Fall. I know how the Echo of Discari thinks. I am certain that his lair is not in Alushinyrra. I believe he holds his captives in the Rasping Rifts, his lord's realm. However, as I've mentioned before, he must have a portal hidden somewhere here in the city. It wouldn't surprise me if the portal is sealed or guarded, but we must still try to find it. I can help with that. Let Durden focus on his mission. I will search for the portal. You can't go to the City of Demons alone, sister. Your maimed wing may deceive some of the demons into believing you're a fallen angel. But they will not all be fooled. That is why the champion and I ought to help you. It will not keep us from fulfilling our primary mission. Very well, I'll follow your lead. First, I need to follow up on a hunch. I'll be near the portal that leads from the Nexus to Alushinyrra. Meet me there. So what do we do now? The Echo does not work alone. He has numerous spies and contacts among the demons involved with the World Wound. If we can track down one of the Echo's allies, it might lead us straight to him. We could search for the Echo of Discari's henchmen here in Alushinyrra, but it'd be like looking for a needle in a haystack. Fortune may favor us, but we'd be trusting everything to chance. A more reliable method would be to turn to the rulers of this evil city for assistance. After all, we are going to need their help in other matters as well. There is one tried and true method of hunting demons. Make them hunt you instead. The Echo hates everything and everyone related to Iomede. If I walk into Alushinyrra and start killing demons and praising the goddess, he's bound to send some of his servants after me. We'll have the Abyss chasing after you. Maybe. Don't underestimate me though. I'm not going to sit here and do nothing. All my life I've been good at two things, killing demons and staying alive. That's exactly what I plan to do now. We're trying to keep it low key, aren't we? I'm not sure we can afford to be cautious right now, but I won't disobey a direct order. I gotta go. And yeah, I guess that's all for my pep talk today. As usual, thank you for watching, and I look forward to what comes next. I will see you later. Bye bye.